Aquarius. I hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for June 13th to the 19th, 2022. So in this reading, Aquarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding June 13th to the 19th, 2022. But before we begin this reading, Aquarius, as always, I would like to let you know that you are definitely very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. And if you feel that this reading resonates with you, definitely smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already, Aquarius. That would be greatly appreciated as well. So let's just go ahead and jump in and see what it is that would like to come through for you. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Aquarius. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here for you, Aquarius. Seems like you got a maybe potential risky option that you're thinking about taking. Risky option, something that could potentially break your heart. We're gonna have to see what this is about, Aquarius. So, what I'm getting right off the bat is you're getting more information, Aquarius, about a big jump that you basically want to take in your life. I'm getting that this has to do with a person for most of you, with love, for the 13th and 19th. Your opportunity here, Aquarius, is the Three of Swords. This is your opportunity. So this is kind of, I feel, putting your heart on the line because, you know, as they say, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Your challenge is the Two of Cups. Okay, so I feel that there is a lot of fear of heartbreak in your reality. You may be dealing with someone, Aquarius, that is also feeling the same way. Like there's this energy for the 13th and the 19th of potential heartbreak. But what I will say is that it is just potential. It is just potential. Some of you here, Aquarius, may be really like thinking about leaving a situation that no longer serves you, especially in love. I'll show you why in a second. But in your overall general energy here, Aquarius, you have the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands, and you also have the Page of Swords in your overall general energy. Okay, so with this energy here, Aquarius, I feel there's getting more information about a love situation in your life, about whether you want to do something risky or you want to do something that's more safe. I'm getting for some of you that the safer option would to just be staying in basically staying in a relationship that you know isn't going to go much further than it already has. There is this option for you, though, to kind of be bold and move in a new direction. The Two of Wands here, this wand represents kind of the safer option behind him, but then there's this risky one. It's also the number 2, and that's, of course, dealing with partnerships. The Knight of Wands in your overall general energy, I also feel there's an energy here of, I'm getting the person that you're dealing with, or even some of you, Aquarius, could be quite not really thinking about the long-term consequences of what you're doing in your reality. And I'm getting that you're not really thinking about the long-term consequences of staying with something that doesn't really satisfy you in the long run. So in your overall general energy here, I feel that there's a download or there's some sort of key missing piece of information that comes through that really makes you, let's just say, look at this from a different perspective. So in what you don't see coming, and we're going to have to clarify some of these cards, Aquarius, but in what you don't see coming, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Swords, the centerpiece to your reading, and you also have the Death card here. So major changes, a lot of destructive energy, you could say, in what you don't see coming. What I'm getting for a lot of you, Aquarius, is that there could be someone new coming in for love, or there could be like sort of an ideal partner that you would like to attract, but that you're basically not able to attract because some of you may have looking at your heart chakra, looking at your heart chakra. What Spirit's telling me is that some of you may be telling yourself that you have an open heart by staying in a situation that no longer serves you, and you're like, well, I'm just going to see the good in this person. But I think that what you don't see coming is a change in that perspective, and you start to see that maybe you deserve better than whatever you have going on. In what you don't see coming, though, there is this, it's a change. The Five of Swords to the Death card, Aquarius. We're going to have to clarify and see what this is about. I'm getting, though, Aquarius, that you're dealing with, no matter who you are, you're dealing with a very challenging love situation. There's a lot of extreme energy here. Extreme. And you're getting more information about it. And it's something that for a long time I feel like you've just been kind of sweeping under the rug, but I think that changes here. And the advice from your spirit guides, you have the Four of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Ten of Swords. Advice. So this is big, Aquarius. This Ten of Swords is right underneath the Death card. Death, Ten of Swords. What you don't see coming, Death. Advice from spirit guides, Ten of Swords. Also advice from Spirit Guides, Queen of Swords. Because Aquarius, there needs to be a readjustment with the people in your life. A lot of you, this is going to have to do with romantic love. But the lovers here, did I say the Two of Cups? I meant the lovers. I meant the lovers in your challenge here. It just seems like there's a readjustment with the people around you. And like there's a lot of swords and there's a lot of wands and a lot of major arcana. Swords and wands. You may be feeling very ungrounded for the 13th and 19th. You may feel that there's not a lot of positive emotions flowing from the 13th and 19th. But when you're in this period of wands and swords, this is where you make big changes that maybe doesn't make your emotions feel good, makes your root chakra unbalanced, but you're setting yourself up for something better down the line, is what I'm sensing. So we're going to have to clarify and get into your reading to see what's really going on here. So let's go ahead and clarify why the Three of Swords is here in your opportunity. For some of you, it's going to be willing to risk rejection. But for others of you, it's going to really, I'm starting to get that you're realizing that someone isn't for you, even though you've been trying to convince them that they are. And this could be a family member. It does not have to be romantic, but I'm getting romantic for most of you. So let's go ahead and see, why is this Three of Swords here, Aquarius? And it's like getting more information. So there could be, the straw that breaks the camel's back from the 13th to the 19th. Like someone does a behavior and you're just like, I don't know, because the Knight of Wands is here, the Five of Swords is here. You could be dealing with someone where I just feel like maybe they don't really give a shit, or it's like when you try to give a shit and you try to bring something up, it's like a very, the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands is kind of a very like high-paced, destructive energy. So there's some sort of high-paced destructive energy. But what does destruction do? It kind of clears the cobwebs for a better foundation going forward, right? But let's go ahead and see, Aquarius, one more. Why is the Three of Swords here for you in your opportunity? Yeah, the Three of Swords here is clarified by the Nine of Cups here. So there could be a situation that you have to do to make yourself happy, or someone's going to be unhappy with this. I don't, whatever this is, Aquarius, it's your opportunity is to really realize that you're not emotionally satisfied. That's what I'm getting. You're not emotionally satisfied where you are with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is all about contentment. It's about being singly, like you, just super content. That's not what's happening in your reality right now. And I'm telling you, someone makes a bold move or something happens that brings this to your attention even more than it already was. Even more than it already was. So let's also clarify why the Lovers is here. I'm just getting it's the end to something here. And I don't, obviously, when you have the Death card and what you don't see coming, the Five of Swords, Page of Swords to the Knight of Wands as well. I mean, you might learn something that, like, someone was communicating to you, but to other people behind your back. Like, a visual I'm getting is that, like, and you don't want to do this, but your partner's phone is, like, right there, and you go on their phone, and you see that they were, like, texting their ex. And you're like, what the hell? And whatever that is for a lot of you, because it's going to manifest different ways, but that type of scenario is what's going to prompt you to realize, it's going to confirm a lot of your suspicions. Like, yeah, maybe my intuition, but I'm telling you, a lot of you are being too nice for your own. It's like you're being a people pleaser, a lot of you. Not for all of you, but for a lot of you, the advice from the Queen of Swords is like, sometimes, because I'm convinced that whoever you're having a problem with, you do deeply care about. And so it's hard for you to be cold to them, right? And your advice from your spirit guides, the Four of Wands, soul family, and the Queen of Swords here is the advice to you. So, I don't know. I think if you just be nice to this person and you're like, well, just don't do it again, I feel like it's going to happen again, right? So, why is the Lovers card here for you, Aquarius, in your challenge? Yeah, it's getting too much. It's too much. You have the Lovers card to the Ten of Wands here, Aquarius, in your challenge here. So for some of the single people out there, I definitely do feel like, I'm sorry I haven't been focusing on you, that there's a love opportunity coming in for you, that this person may have a little bit of a dark side, that really intrigues you. It seems too much and you're not really willing to open your heart because of this person's kind of crazy Knight of Wands, Five of Swords energy. But for the people that are like, really, you need to let go of something here, it's too much. The Ten of Wands is you're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling like you're putting in all the work and no one really else, they don't really care. That's the whole thing of this reading. And this can manifest even if you're single, where it's like you go on a date with this person or you're talking to them, and the energy is that they're so Knight of Wands, Five of Swords, like, that they almost just like are putting up this front that they don't give a shit, when actually they do. The Lover's coming out again. They actually do. So I don't know, this is going to be different, but yeah, super intense here. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Knight of Wands is here in, some of you, like for the single ones, you also could be getting this love offer from someone who just like has a little bit of that edge to them. Could be a fire sign, could be an air sign. All right, I mean, the Lover's card wanted to pop out again. So for the single people, there's a fast thing coming in. Your opportunity is to maybe put your heart on the line. For the people in a relationship, though, I mean, someone is up to no good here, is what I'm sensing. The Knight of Wands to the Lovers here. This is either your own subconscious coming out and saying that I'm actually more interested in other people, or it's the person that you're dealing with is just too all over the place. They're too destructive. It's like, once again, you literally find them texting someone that you were like, please don't talk to that person, and they're just doing it anyway. And you find that out with the Page of Swords here. So there's a lot of, once again, swords and heat and major arcana. Let's also go ahead and clarify, Aquarius, why this Five of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading and what you don't see coming, and right after that is the Death card. So, I mean, this could be also, if that this is a new person, you basically just realize that maybe they are a soul family member or something, or maybe this is someone you thought in a love situation you were going to be with, but then basically it's just surrounded by the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Death card, the Five of Swords. I mean, it's a lot of swords. Three of Swords, Page of Swords. But then the Lovers is here. So very difficult love situation. I don't care who you are. Very difficult love situation. Ten of Wands is popping out almost again. Why is the Five of Swords here, though? I feel like you can't trust. There's a lack of, no matter who you are in a love situation, there's a lack of trust. And I don't know if you should trust either. I'm not advising you to trust, because you probably have good reason to not. But, I mean, why is the Five of Swords here? Okay, one second. The Five of Swords. It's clarified by the Six of Pentacles here. So yeah, there's a lack of balance, that what you don't see coming, it really starts to build. This lack of balance is something that you no longer can ignore. And it really, even if you're single and you're kind of getting to know this person, or you're already in a relationship, Aquarius, and you are, this lack of balance, I mean, really, it could lead to the end. It really could. And, I mean, you have the High Priestess and the Two of Cups here, so very intense. Let's also go ahead and clarify why the Death card is here and what you don't see coming. Tell me more about this Death card, please, for Aquarius. Tell me more about this Death card here for Aquarius. Even if you don't let this go, it's an end to the cycle in the relationship. I mean, fuck. I mean, Ten of Swords. What did I say? The Ten of Swords is right below this, and then the Death card is clarified by the Ten of Swords. Wow. So, Aquarius, there is a big shift in this relationship, whether you're just talking to them or not, or you're already in a relationship with them. And you're going to have to put your foot down. Queen of Swords. You're going to have to say something. You're going to have to say something about something you find out. Overall general energy, Page of Swords. Advice from Spirit Guides, Queen of Swords. Remember, opportunity, Three of Swords. I mean, super intense, Aquarius. I wish you nothing but the best of luck with this. I'm going to conclude this reading. Wish you well.